So welcome back to another video here on the channel, and surprisingly, we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot news. It just took a big step. It says, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article. You know, I made a video a while back talking about the news. No one talks about this, so I thought I'd talk about it. Now, shout out to 3C Films. He actually did a video on this as well. So a few people are talking about this, but not a lot. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not the first horror franchise to undergo reboots, and this surely won't be the last. However, it has been through a surprising numbers of iterations. And with the news that the series has hired another director, so they got the director, they got the writer. I don't know. I don't know. I can't talk. I forget my words because I am excited that we're probably gonna get a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie next year. But the thing that I really would love to see them pull a Halloween 2018. Like, I don't know if the script's already written, but what I mean is film it this year, film it right now, and have it out like in September or November. I mean, I wouldn't have it in the month of Halloween Kills, so that's why I said September or November, or just have it out January of next year and just film it now. I think maybe they should pull a Halloween 2018. That's if the script is written. Again, we don't know nothing. It looks like another one is in the works. And again, here's the thing: if we don't get a new Texas Chainsaw movie, if we don't get a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie next year, I'm gonna be highly disappointed. Considering we got the writer, we got the producers, we got the directors. It's a go. You know what I mean? Anyway, Variety reports Legendary Pictures has hired Ryan and Eddie Tulin to direct the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. The directing team most recently helmed The Dig. I don't know what that is. The film will probably be written by Chris Thompson Delvin, and the girl in the spider web is Fred Alvarez. Fred Alvarez attached to this got me really excited. The letter of the one made a name for himself in the horror genre part of directing The Evil Dead 2013. But I wanted Rob Zombie to direct a Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. Imagine Fred Alvarez and Rob Zombie on a movie together. And and again, why I say Rob Zombie is a perfect choice. Number one, he's going to draw people in. A person like Ryan and Eddie Tohill, no one really knows them. And Rob Zombie, you know, what he carries with him is going to put people in the seats. And Rob Zombie would make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I want. And that is very different, something we had never seen before. And Rob Zombie could really make it his own. Because I've read on Reddit, this one fan agreed with me on Reddit and said that they would like to see Rob Zombie take his own approach. And what if the Sawyer family could be attached to the Firefly family? I would love to see it. That'd be so awesome. But we're probably never going to get that. And I don't know if Rob Zombie wants to do another reboot or not. But I really want a Rob Zombie Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Really want a Rob Zombie Texas Chainsaw movie. But anyway, last year was for supporting, as I said, Legendary Pictures was looking for a team that could do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A bum has it for Halloween franchise. This is not a bad move, at least a strategy standpoint. After years of controversial or poorly convinced reboots, David Gordon Green's Halloween 2018 went back to the basics about Jamie Lee Curtis and wound up being a hit with both critics and audience, spawning two upcoming sequels, as we know. Well, if it, I hate when it jumps like that and you can't scroll it. I was trying to read what was over here. Similar success had included Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Since Toby Hooper cult classic was first, okay, that's basically nothing right there. I hate these ads because, like I said, they make the screen jump and it's hard to scroll. There have also been two attempts at rebooting the franchise entirely. First, Plot of Dooms. Okay, as we know, yada yada yada. Now it's Legendary Pictures' turn. Taking a page out of Blumhouse book, the studio plans to have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a direct sequel to the original film. I'll go ahead out. they're still going with this idea. I give up. Just let them do what they want. I really don't care anymore. It's gonna serve as a direct sequel to the original. We've seen that, but whatever. That means fans can forget all the attempts to clean Leatherface and his camel family origins. Thankfully, it's not clear whether Todd will pick up the story. I hope the guy he don't. I just said it film ends with, but his racist statement, Fed Everest seemed confident that his dude's racing will be one fans look forward to. I'm telling you right now, if it is a direct sequel to the original, I'm not looking forward to that. Who is? Huh? I think most of us will agree. We want a clean slate, or just make a sequel to the 2003. I forgot the guy's name who played Leatherface in that one, but bring that guy back. You don't have to bring back the final girl. Just bring back that guy who played Leatherface. Boom, there's your franchise. Why do we gotta again the 2013 Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That one was a direct sequel to the original. Why are we doing the same thing? I want something different from this franchise, and it's kind of getting on my nerves at this point. And I think I can speak for a lot of people. We want a reboot of this franchise, a clean slate, or maybe keeping just the first two canon, picking up after part two, and maybe kind of go into that campy route. I can speak for everyone. We don't want a direct sequel to the original. I don't, at least. You may. I don't. I seen that. I already seen that. So basically, you're going to be rebooting 2013's movie. Okay, cool. Total Hill's Vision is exactly what the fans want. It's violent, exciting, and so depraved that it will stay with you forever. Number one, I like the ideal that he wants a lot of violence, a lot of gore. I want that. I like this. I like this approach. Now, you see what I highlighted? That's what I want. That's what I want. Oh, and I want something different. I'm going to talk about in a minute. What I highlighted, that's what I want. But I don't want a direct sequel to the original. If that's the case, no thank you. No thank you. I want something different from this franchise. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a franchise that is dead. This is a dead franchise. It's been in the grave for years. We have not had a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie since 2006. That's basically been 2 decades ago since we've had a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2013. That came out 2013, but it was 2017's Leatherface. It's alright. It's there, but it's nothing make you jump up and down. The jury pictures did not set a release date for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but you can check out if you look for something spooky to watch. Let me talk about this really quick. Number one, I like the ideal that the director wants to do more, go more darker and more grittier. I want dark. I want more gritty. I want more gore. I want more gore. I want more violence. But I want them to take a page from what they did in 2003. Where in the 2003, the atmosphere and the attention was the main focus. That's what I want in this, whatever this Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is. That's what I want. Yes, I want the violence, I want the gore, but I can't speak for everyone in this camp as well. We all want the gore, the violence, we all want that. But I think I can speak for other people as well and say we want attention. We want a good atmosphere like they did in 2003. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to turn a lot of people off if they do a direct sequel to the original, because we don't see that. You know what I mean? And it's... I don't know. But again, I really do... See, the thing is, I do have faith in this director. I do have faith in this director. I do. Because he is going to deliver on the gore, which is an A+ for me. But I hope we get attention in there. Hope we get the suspense like they did in 2003. But the thing is, if it's a direct sequel to the original, sorry, that's not what I want. And I'm pretty sure that's not what you want. I want something different in this franchise that we've never seen before. I can really speak for people on that. We don't want the same thing from this franchise. You don't want to eat the same food every day. So why do you want the same movie every year or every 2 years? It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Yes, I'm hyped about this news. I'm hyped that the director wants a lot of gore and a lot of violence. I'm hyped for that, but I hope he can deliver on the attention factor as well. I hope he could deliver on the attention factor as well, but more importantly, just give us a solid Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. You know, but again, I don't want it to serve as a sequel to the original. I don't want that. I'm sorry, I don't want that. We've had that. If if you're doing a direct sequel to the original, then you're not doing a reboot to the original. You're doing a reboot to 2013. Again, wouldn't it just make more sense to do a clean slate? Like, to me, that would make the most sense. Do a clean slate or do a sequel to the 2003's Texas Chainsaw. Again, I said, I could say this. This is a dead franchise. The really only way to revive it is a clean slate. And doing something really different with the story. I've said this before. I'm tired of seeing the road trip scenes. In every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, there's a road trip. It's people driving, people get attacked. Oh, seen it. I've seen it. It's done before. If you must have the road trip, if you must have people being broke down, can we spin that a little bit? Can we twist that up a little bit? I know I will not be able to, but I wish I was able to talk to Fat Alvarez and these directors. I wish I was able to talk to them because I have some great ideas for this franchise. I look at this franchise as a big sandbox, like a video game. There's endless stuff to do. Fans are really not going to get mad at you because there's not any lore. Now, here's the thing, is that gonna make people angry? Sure, but it is what it is. There's no lore in this franchise. There's no lore. And to me, my opinion is we kind of need to branch out from the original. That's why I said, like, how many times are we going to keep the first one in canon? Yes, I love the first one. I love the original. I love the original first one. But we've had a prequel to the original. That was in 2017. We've already had a direct sequel to the original. That was in 2013. How many more prequels can we do to the original? When it's time just to say, let's reboot everything. It's crazy to think it's already been 2 decades. 2 decades since 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And for some odd reason, we can't get another reboot. We got to get these prequels and these direct sequels to the original. When I just say do a clean slate and just make 5 or 10 or 3 sequels, I don't get the approach of doing a direct sequel to the original. Thing is, yes, it works for Halloween. Yes, it can work for some other franchises. I think it can work for the Nightmare on Elm Street. It can work for some other horror franchises. But when it comes to a franchise that is dead in the water, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it is going to need a clean slate. And having, the first one connected, or even part 2, the original part 2, even having that canon, it's going to have, you almost like some type of effect. Why I say maybe, picking up after 2003, because there's just one film. You really do what you want with that as well. I just say reboot. Like, you're going, yes, people kind of scowl at the word reboot or remake. People do hate that idea, but I'd rather see a complete remake than something we've already seen before. I mean, I keep it, honest as I can. I'd rather see something that's completely new, completely different than a direct sequel to the original that I've already seen that before, and it's not the greatest film in the world. Again, I'll say this, and I can speak for the whole community on this. We have not had a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie since 2006. You know, what I would like them to see, what I would like them to do is do a clean slate. Take what works from the original, that being I say the realism. Take what works from the original, which is the realism. Take more notes from the remake, though, from 2003's remake. Take more notes from that. The attention, check. The gore, check. The atmosphere, the vibe, the music, check, check. Then take some notes from Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. Tons of gore, tons of violence, tons of kills, creative kills. Check, check, check. Okay, so you're taking the realism of the original, taking the realism of the 2003 remake, taking the attention and the gore from the 2003, taking the extreme violence and gore, which was awesome in the 2006, and taking those taking those kills and putting all those into one pot. That's what I'd like to see. As well, I want some creative kills. That's something that I really liked in the 2003 and even in 2006's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He always didn't use his chainsaw. He used the mallet sometimes. He got creative. He always didn't use his chainsaw. Again, realistically, is a man that's 6'4" or like 6'4" or ever how tall Leatherface is, this really tall, bulky dude walking around with this big chainsaw, which he can hold, but eventually it's going to run out of gas. And most of chainsaws have some type of weight. Here's the thing: you could be the strongest person in the world, you running through a forest, you're going to get tired from holding that chainsaw. So I would like to have some type of realism in this movie, like they did in 2003, where sometimes like Leatherface will slow down with his chainsaw. He wouldn't run as fast because, again, realism. He would get tired from holding that chainsaw all day and night. He would get tired. So, in this sequel or whatever this is, maybe he has like a belt, which you don't see the belt because he has an apron. And I don't think we want to see Leatherface with like a tool. I'm not saying like a tool belt. I guess something morbid. I guess you could say something that's morbid. A skin belt right there, like a skin belt. Again, that to me, I think that's creative. Why not have like a skin belt he wears? Maybe you see it in some shots, but usually he has his apron on. So you wouldn't see it all the time, but he has a skin belt. Even show him making it. He has a skin belt. And it's not like a tool belt. Again, it's just a skin belt that holds a mallet and holds like a really thick, big meat cleaver. So on the left side, you can have like a meat cleaver, and then on the right side, he has like a big like steak mallet or something, like one like one of those like big cooking mallets. So he has like a big cooking mallet and like a big meat cleaver, like on both sides of his skin belt. You know what I mean? Like he has both of them on a skin belt. That is so creative to me. Yes, he could still have his big ass chainsaw. He could still kill with that, but put some realism in there. He's going to be slicing people up in the woods with this meat cleaver and bashing people's heads with this steak mallet. Because again, realism, he's going to get tired from holding that chainsaw. Again, they need to take a lot of notes from the 2003's remake. There's a lot of realism in that. And that's the thing I want is some realism in this, whatever this is. I really want some realism. And I think that's really creative. We've never seen that before. Why not have Leatherface hat? I just think that's kind of creative. Like, and that's something that Leatherface would do. He's a morbid person. Um, so why not him have a skin belt? Why not, have Leatherface make a skin belt that can hold a meat cleaver, that can hold a mallet, and them are like his side weapons. That's what I think. So I'm a side. So number one, I am excited. Number two, I'm worried. Number three, I want something that's really different and needs to stand out. Number four, I want a remake. I don't want a direct sequel to the original. So let me know how you feel about this. Are you feeling like me? Are you hyped? Are you excited? But you just want something different, and you know what you want. You know what I mean? So let me know in the comments below how you feel about this. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up, and until next time.